A few months ago, we learned Nebraska ranks 6th nationally for volunteerism. About 35% of Nebraskans volunteer.
Volunteers are essential at CASA. They're carefully trained to provide a voice for abused and neglected children locally until permanent homes are found for those kids in need.
CASA Executive Director Kim Thomas returns, and Chris Watson is a CASA, also a training and recruitment coordinator. Thanks for stopping by.
Nice to have you back.
Good to
Welcome
see
in,
you.
Chris.
So CASA is, I love this organization. It's really unique because it's basically written into state law, isn't it? How does this work?
Yeah, so about 35 years ago, judges in Seattle were a little bit frustrated with the information that they were getting in court, and so they started the CASA program. And about 17 years ago here locally, the Douglas County program started, and volunteers provide information to the judges on the best interests of the child.
How do volunteers advocate for children? What's the process like? And I imagine every case is unique, but give us a general idea of that relationship.
Yeah, so we usually get a referral from the court system and gives us some history about the kids and the case workers and things that are going on in that case. And we find a volunteer that we think is going to best suit that family and be able to speak up for them. And so they go out, see that child in their home, their foster home, may see them at school, any activity that they're participating in, and really try to make sure that everything is happening on the case that is ordered by the judge.
Yeah, and from what I understand, there's about 1,400 kids in foster care at any given time, right?
Right.
So what are some of the other key stats that kind of tie into that?
Well, you know, right now, Douglas County has only been able to serve between probably 10 and 15% of that group of kids.
Wow.
So a lot of kids are left without a CASA, and we feel it's really important that they have someone to volunteer for them. Other numbers that are really significant are the majority of our children are youth of color. So we really need to have volunteers that come from the communities in which these kids are being entered into the system.
You are kicking off an awareness campaign this week, getting the word out so that everyone in the area knows what your needs are.
Right.
And you're looking for volunteers in general, but specifically we have a list here. Newcomer population, what do you mean by that exactly?
Well, as some of our newcomer populations come, like refugees, asylees, those folks are beginning to also have issues within the child welfare system. And so we really need people that could speak the language of these new populations, also understand the cultural dynamics so that we can advocate properly for those kids.
For people considering being a court appointed special advocate, what's the time commitment? I mean, this is not a moment.
I think Chris will answer this.
What's the time commitment? You're not mentoring.
No.
Talk about the time commitment and what's involved in that.
You are advocating, and it truly is different than mentoring, although some of those things cross over. As an advocate, you have 30 hours of upfront training and then also 3 hours of court observation. So there's your training. And then from there on out, you're going to spend anywhere from 10 to 15 hours on average per month advocating for that child. And that would include meeting with the child at least monthly, attending family team meetings that are typically monthly. You would be meeting with case professionals. You would be meeting probably with therapists, with teachers, anywhere in that child's life where issues exist, so that you understand that entire situation of the child, the placement where the child is, and that you can advocate for those best interests.
Before working as a training and recruitment coordinator, you were a volunteer. Why were you called initially?
You know, I have volunteered most of my life, and I was really just searching for something that I could really make an impact with, really touch a child's life. And this is that volunteer opportunity, without a doubt.
Yeah, and this is good. I mean, people that have jobs, full-time jobs, can they still be CASAs? I mean, you say 10 hours a month, 10 to 15 hours a month.
Yeah, I mean, probably 60%, maybe 65% of the volunteers that we have full-time jobs. So they're matched with a staff person in the office as well. So when one person needs some flexibility and they can't get out of something that they have a commitment to, we're there to support them on that. We have to have a varied group of people, and to our benefit, those people have experience in all kinds of life
Yeah, careers,
Yeah,
their
so
backgrounds.
they bring all that to it.
Chris mentioned the training part of this, and there are a few opportunities here. The second Tuesday of each month, at either noon or 5:30, if you'd like to go that route, CASA for Douglas County, you see the address there for the training center, is the best way to get the ball rolling here. If you're like Chris, you say, I want to make a difference and I want to know that I'm making a difference. The best way to start is that just a call?
Yeah.
Absolutely, just a call to our office or go to our website. The application is online. That begins the whole process, the application, or attending one of the information sessions
How
on
many
that second Tuesday.
I'm sorry, how many volunteers are we trying to get through this campaign?
Well, by 2020, we would like to have 300, 600 volunteers.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
In the next 5
Right.
years.
Yeah, in the next 5
Yeah.
years.
But that's why you're going to see more about this campaign, getting the word out about need, and then hopefully once you understand the need is there, you realize how you can help, you step forward to do it. Thank you, Chris. Great to see you. And thank you, Kim.
Yeah,
Always a
thanks.
pleasure.
Thanks a lot, guys. Friday the 13th is sometimes seen as an unlucky day. Why this year you could find yourself lucky in love, that's still ahead.
The very best of Celtic Thunder Tour will visit 45 cities in the next few months. Omaha is among them. We'll welcome singer Emmett O'Hanlon next to see what fans should expect.